as usual.
Only probably by about 30 seconds, my guess. Literally.
Yeah, where are you? So right now they're showing me Klopp and Arteta on the field, actually. Waiting for, must be the Queen's.
Oh, the national anthem.
Whatever it is that we sing at the start of the game, I guess it's national anthem.
Yeah, literally just kicked off. They just took a knee there. But so far it's
so I'm just taking the knee, so I'm way behind.
No. Literally, you're probably about 20 seconds behind then, because it's about 15 seconds in.
Okay.
But,
we just kicked off.
But what's your prediction? That's one thing I gotta know, because now the team sheet's already out.
3-1 Liverpool.
What? No. Come on.
They have their full team. This is a team that we beat and they destroyed us. We won the game and they destroyed us. I'm not sure how we can think that we're going to win this game when they're playing almost their full team, actually. They're literally playing their full team. We're missing William, Pepe, Lacazette. We're missing a bunch of players. And our two central defenders, who I think are going to be awesome, actually.
Yeah, I completely agree. Saliba's on the bench, from what I could see. I think the only player that they've got that is somewhat even questionable, but still a quality player, is Milner, who's in central midfield. And I'm not sure who they've got at right back, though.
They have Jones, but Jones, because I think what's his name, must be on vacation or whatever it is. He hasn't been playing. But Jones, they rate Jones highly, so it's not like they have a player who they don't rate.
Okay.
They rate him pretty highly, actually. It's going to be an interesting game because I'm sure we won. Why is that not a foul? Oh, I'm way behind you, so I'm sure you'll see that play.
I'm like, foul? Like, what?
Yeah, the one that Xhaka played in front of him, and I thought he fouled him. Yeah, this whole feed and timing just doesn't. It's going to be interesting. We don't have our midfield is challenged, as I'm going to call it. Saka is playing inside, which is interesting.
Hi guys.
Hey, Ebony.
Hey, Ebony, how you doing?
Yeah, I just heard you talking. I have optimism.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad for that optimism. I don't. I think our biggest thing this season is going to be how much we avoid injuries, because I think our starting 11, when we get the team up and running really well, it would be a good starting 11. The question is, we'll be as lucky as Liverpool, who rarely have injuries, actually. I know Anderson's out, but their starting 11 has been intact for like 2 seasons.
Well,
I hope they don't get Thiago Silva, because then it'd be ridiculous, actually. Because I rate him pretty highly.
I think that they might actually get him. One thing I will say for Arsenal, though, do you think that players like El Nene, who, I mean, he had a good preseason game against MK Dons, could actually have an effect on this season for Arsenal?
No.
I don't agree. I think El Nene's a good squad player, right? And you need good squad players. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He plays it simple. He reminds me of Arteta, actually. If we recall Arteta, that's how Arteta played. 5-yard passes, good positioning. He's not dynamic. He's not going to do things, exceptional, which is what Nene is. He's basic.
He is basic. I mean, it's just backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways. He never goes forward.
That's how Arteta played. You forgot Arteta? That's how Arteta played.
Yeah, but
in his later days, especially with us, with Everton, he was more dynamic. With us, that's how he played.
Yeah,
I am surprised Martinez is in goal, actually.
I'm glad he's in goal.
I thought they said he had to be quarantined or something, but I guess not.
I'm hoping it's on BT Sport.
Yes, it is. It's on BT Sport. I do have to admit, I love this kit that they're wearing.
What, the marble?
Yeah, I do like that.
I'm gonna say it's different.
Yeah.
So Tierney a while ago glanced late. I don't like when my defenders do that. You should be fully aware. It's way past where you are Neo Messi. The cross that was made by Robertson, I thought he took too long to glance and figure out where he was.
Okay, why am I not getting the game at all?
It's on BT Sports 1, even though I'm watching on ESPN here, but...
Right, let me...
Listen, 5 minutes in, I can confirm nothing big has happened. I think that's a positive, especially looking at Liverpool's starting 11 now.
They haven't scored 2 yet. They haven't scored 2 yet.
Yeah. You know,
this is not Bayern against Barcelona. Look, we have kids playing with energy, right? That's the one thing we have with kids. They may get slaughtered, but they have energy, which will help. Which you need against Liverpool all the time. Right?
Oh God, David Luiz.
Look, you know, I mean, he has his off moments.
The question is, will he play a lot this year? That's the question.
Well, I mean, so. we've got Saliba and we've got Gabriel now. So hopefully, at some point, he'll take a back seat.
Yeah, at least I would say a lot in the first half of the season, and then as they kind of transition into getting to know the Premier League, then yeah. Unbelievable.
They scored?
they just scored, but it's been ruled offside. You're gonna see it there in like 30 seconds.
Oh, it's offside.
So I see Robinson. Yeah, it's offside.
So that just goes to show we still have to have optimism.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay.
I need to see that again. Well, he was always offside though. That's poor on Van Dijk's part. He was always offside. At his size, he can just run over people. Doesn't need to be offside like that. He's in an offside position. Normally, you step out and another forward step in when you set up like that. I'm not sure why he did that. He shouldn't have gone for the ball at all. What happened? They stopped the play.
Let me just find another way. Okay.
I'm wondering if we're gonna sell Bellerin. There's been so much discussion about that.
Yeah, like
I would prefer sell Bellerin than Maitland-Niles, frankly. I think Maitland-Niles would be better in that position eventually than Bellerin.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I think there's a serious chance that both might go.
I hope he does. I hope he doesn't.
We need to get Partey. That's the one thing. So by any means necessary. I don't want us to sell Martinez though, and I'm glad he's keeping today. I don't want to sell Martinez. I'm hearing quotes of 10 million. I'm like, are you crazy?
For who? Martinez. Million?
Yeah, that's the papers are quoting 10 million.
No. The only thing I could even see why it even might be close to that is because of his, like, how many years has he got in his contract? Well, he should have at least a couple years.
I think he has a couple of years. He's only making £20,000 a year. He's only making £20,000 a year, which is peanuts for professional football. So they'll have to renegotiate his contract and hopefully add more years to it.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely deserves it.
Better pass than that. Come on. Liverpool doesn't press like they used to press. You know, Liverpool was, when Klopp first came, they were really gung-ho in their pressing. But they're sort of more measured in their approach nowadays. Maybe you realize that they get burned out pretty quickly by mid-season. So they manage their press much better.
Because remember, when Klopp first came, they used to kill teams off in the first 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, but then they burn out that same season too. By 3/4 of the season, they were dead. They're much more measured in their approach. They press still, but it's a much more measured approach. They don't press for 90 minutes anymore. So I was watching AFTV yesterday, and they were debating who was better, Abba or Salah, which I thought was interesting. And obviously, the Arsenal supporters thought Abba was better, most of them, and Liverpool thought Salah was better.
And there's no debate. It's Aubameyang, and I'm being completely objective about that.
I disagree. Aubameyang is a much better goal scorer, but in terms of a complete player, Aubameyang cannot pass, nor can he beat a man. The only person he's beaten in the last year and a half is Zuma when he scored in the FA Cup final. That's the only person I can recall him ever beating. Name me one instance when he beat a player. It's true. I've never seen him beat a player apart from Zuma.
I can't think of a specific player, but like...
Exactly. I can think of 100 that Pepe has beaten. I can think of a lot that Pepe has beaten. I can't think of one that Aubameyang has beaten. Or where's made a cutting-edge pass? Go ahead, Emily.
Well, I mean, he did actually backtrack against Man U when we beat him 2-0. But that's really about the only time he's actually gone back and defended.
Exactly. While Salah plays the entire game, right? He's a complete player. Now, Aubameyang is an elite goal scorer. We agree with that. But in terms of the holistic player and the capability, I don't think Aubameyang is a better player. I don't think he's a complete player. I think he's an exceptional goal scorer, but not a complete player.
He's more of a poacher.
Yeah. Now he actually he scores all kind of goals. So some people like Lineker just scores, come on, David Luiz. Just they're in the box all the time, tap-ins, short headers. Aubameyang scores from all sorts of goals, overhead kicks, outside the box, inside the box. He's a complete goal scorer. But he's not a complete forward or complete player. So Milner just missed a header, and I'm 30 seconds behind you.
No. I literally just saw that like 10 seconds ago.
Okay. The game. We're not talking about what's happening in the game because there's not much happening. Both teams are still in the feeling out stage. Nobody wants to pull a hamstring, so no one seems to be.
Nope.
We need to stop doing that.
You just
We've done it. Yes, we did. Yes, but
the ball on the wing
when you see the one time
going inside, great ball over to Aubameyang on the left. Aubameyang brings it down, comes inside, and does what he does. Aubameyang special in the far corner, Thierry Henry type goal. As I said, he's an elite goal scorer. That's what he does. Puts it in the net. Wow, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful counter-attacking play. Wonderful goal. That's what he does. He scores also the goals. That was outside the box, over to the left, and he puts it in the far corner. Addison had no chance. That was special.
That is crazily good. No,
and it's a great goal in terms of the build-up because we changed wings, and it's perfect, actually. He didn't even look up, actually. He knew exactly where he was.
You don't have to.
And placed in the far corner. Actually, he hasn't looked up for the entirety of the move. By the way, he didn't beat anyone. By the way, Neil missed. He moved around, but he didn't beat him.
But you know what? He doesn't need to. He's that good. He doesn't need to pass the ball. He's just like, just shoot.
Yeah, he created space. He created enough space. Give himself room to score, basically.
But you know what? No, for Arsenal to get the goal now, like it's been good because Liverpool have been quite on us. I mean, we've dealt with any type of difficulties, but yeah, this is a good start.
It's a very good start, and it's surprising. This doesn't look like the Liverpool that we normally see, right? They're not as aggressive as one would expect, even though it's preseason, because they have basically their full team on the field, apart from Alexander-Arnold and Henderson. This is their normal team.
Yeah.
And we've held our own, actually. They haven't dominated possession where we feel like we're out of it. Like when we played them the last time at home, they just, even though we won 2-1, they was men against boys, frankly. This is just different. Now, we did score against them at Anfield the last time. First, Maitland-Niles scored. We'll see what happened after that.
Well, luckily, we're
don't
not
bite the tiger. don't wake up the Tiger. Where we're at home because we're at Wembley. We're at home, but we need to score a couple more goals. I think.
Yeah. I predicted this was going to be 2-2. So see if that still turns out to be the case.
I have a feeling why people don't realize why Arteta and even Emery plays Aubameyang on the wing is because he's not a good hold-up player. They want to give him more room to maneuver and operate, right? So he has his speed, he can run in behind the defender. Because when you're inside, it's already clogged up. So they want to create the situation for him to enable him to be successful. You see, and Nelly's tiny. Nelly's tiny, very, very tidy. Very, very tidy. He gets it, he passes it.
He's too tidy. He's just not. He just doesn't do anything. It's like put me there and call me El Ebneni. Seriously.
Look, he has 4 men around him. He's very comfortable. He's comfortable on the ball.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to come out of your comfort zone. He never comes out of his comfort zone.
You know what? He can't afford to take risks. Like in every team, if you're at a certain level, you can't afford to take certain risks. Because when you make a mistake, it's unforgivable. If you are Ozil, or if you're lazy, or Aubameyang, or Lacazette, you can afford to make a mistake. Because we know you're good. But if you're an enemy, you can't afford to make a mistake, especially playing so deep as a center midfielder. Because then it's one-on-one on goal. So you have to be very, very careful if you play in that position. So I'm not the only one slow, Naomi. I see 101 saying goal, which was a little while ago. So someone's behind me. I feel better.
Yeah, no, that's a good 5 minutes now.
Yeah.
But I've actually been quite impressed with Holden as well, and with all transfer speculation on him. Like, should we actually be looking to sell him? Because I know Leeds are interested in him.
We have too many centre backs. We have 9 centre backs. We can't afford to have. We're not a rich club like Chelsea.
Yeah, but do you not think we need depth? Do you not think we need depth in squad?
But think about it. You can't sell.
Yes,
you can't sell some players, right? They're not saleable, right? So Socrates, you got to do something with him.
Now Socrates can go.
Exactly. Oh, come on! You got to score that. You have to score that.
No, okay, listen, right. He gets it on target.
You have to score that, Nketiah. No, you're a professional footballer. The ball comes by the Saka. He plays a beautiful pass inside. He has his pick of what side to go to, and he passes the ball to the keeper. It makes Alisson look like it's a good save. It's not. There's no power on the shot. You have to score that.
No, but he goes for placement rather than power.
If you want to be the Arsenal #1 center forward, you have to put that away. That was Aubameyang that's in the net.
No, well, of course, but Aubameyang is an experienced striker. Like Nketiah, he's still getting there. He's gonna fluff his lines.
We have no time to train trainees. We have no time to train trainees. We're trying to make up for. This is no time for training, trainee. You need to go learn on the under 23s or go learn on loan. We don't have time for this. You have a chance to go up 2-0 against Liverpool. You got to take it. Else you're gonna pay for it.
Well,
now,
this is
Liverpool
why...
is susceptible. They're susceptible to the break actually, which is interesting. They're normally much better in these circumstances. That's twice we've gotten away. Go ahead.
But we're the workhorses in the midfield. Like, this is why Henderson being in that midfield, I think, is key, because the counter attack. Every time we try to go for an attack, we are, even though we haven't done much of it, we are getting the ball on target.
Yeah, that is true. But also, I think Saka's passes, in terms of him finding Aubameyang and finding Nketiah, were very, very good. Yeah, that's the thing about the quality of making that pass from the wing to the middle of the field to the center forward, or switching the play. There were excellent passes in stride. You didn't have to break your stride. That's why I think Nketiah should have done better. Liverpool's a little bit out of sync. But Bellerin looks decent, actually. The team looks good, actually. I mean, I'm sure Arteta assessed them and decided that this was the best team to play. But they look decent so far. Even if we lose 3-1 now, I don't feel bad because we've played almost 20 minutes and we're in the game. We don't look totally outclassed. We're competing, which is good.
Whilst watching this, I still don't have that feeling like we're going to lose this. It's going to be a close one. It really, like this, the second half and what happens at halftime is really going to shape this game. If we could go in at halftime 1-0 up, then
come on, keep it plays. We're playing well. Actually, we're playing well.
Yeah,
I still need Tierney to develop a way to beat his man apart from trying to run past him. He has to have some fakes in his game. Given his speed, you have to be able to use that speed judiciously and well. And right now, his one beat is he dips right and he goes left. So if you're a good player, you just step across and prevent him going down the wing. With that speed, you have to set your man up to go by them. Yeah, cool. Okay, I see that because they probably miss. Anderson's probably much more important to Liverpool than people give him credit for. So he moves them along actually, and his energy and his defensive skills are unparalleled. Frankly, you're saying, Neomis?
Oh, I completely lost train of thought there. Sorry. No, I'll continue.
All right, you must have been watching the play with Robertson building up to to Firmino finding Jones on the right, who comes inside and tries a shot, and Milner tries a shot which is blocked. So they're not playing in our half, and we're too deep. We have to come out further out. We're way too deep. We're creating problems for ourselves.
See, that's the only thing that is why I think Liverpool still have a very good chance. Like, we're not really putting pressure on them.
Yeah.
And I get the reason why.
Yeah. We're playing counter-attacking football, actually. Yeah. Which is effective, but it also makes you susceptible to, giving up goals because you're defending too much.
Great start. Our defense has been really solid. There's an opportunity for Liverpool to almost carve up through our defense, but Tierney and Holden managed to stop the attack there.
I'm having problems trying to get some live streaming, so I'm just going to rely on you guys to fill me in.
Okay.
So it ain't working. And BT Sport 1 isn't showing it for some reason on their app.
Oh, okay. I think they're showing it on the channel, but well, they're in our half, playing our half. Actually, we're sort of defending, and they're not playing quickly, so we don't have to stress too much in terms of energy. It's a very slow game. They're not really playing really hard and passing pretty quickly, which makes it easier for us to defend, actually.
Yeah, I think the only one in midfield I've seen really pressing is Milner.
Well, Milner only plays one way, right? He only plays one way. He's ever fit. Yeah.
He's just playing with pure intensity.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, he just that's a yellow card actually that he just did for Xhaka. That was uncalled for. But our midfield looks decent. They're slow as molasses, but they look decent.
That's true. I mean, I've been quite surprised about El Nene. Like, maybe I wrote him off a little too soon.
He's a decent player. I mean, he's always been a decent player. He doesn't
quite
have
well.
it. Yeah,
he played quite well in abroad.
He played well in Turkey, but it's not a league with the same quality as the Premier League. So, good press. I think what we're doing, Neomis, we're doing selective pressing. So in certain areas of the field, we're crowding the space. But when they have it and play from the back, we sort of delay and we go back into our defensive shape.
I mean, Arteta has just got his tactics complete and absolutely correct in this game.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Are you fond of Ebony?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh, nice. Giving away in the middle of the park. Yep.
So we're going to see where you are because all the timeline for these feeds are different.
Well, I'm on 24:42.
Okay, I'm at 25.
I'm at 25:06.
Yeah.
Liverpool is starting to press much harder now. Man, Aubameyang 2 feet.
All we need to do is score another goal, get in at halftime, 2-0 up.
Yeah, I think we look good actually.
Yeah,
the game has been comfortable so far. Martinez has not made a save as yet, or had to make a save.
No, we've dealt with everything just before any type of shot comes his way.
Yeah. So Aubameyang need to sign the thing. You need to sign the thing and get it over with. The more you delay, the more people watching and saying, you know what, we need him on our teams. You just need to sign and get it over with.
I hope it's already signed. But when he came out and said that he hasn't had any contract to sign yet, I just hope that's just like him trying to.
Who, Aubameyang?
Yeah.
I think he's playing games right now.
Yeah, that's what I hope that it is. And that Arsenal are just using this as some type of marketing ploy.
And then he's playing well, actually. Come on, Saka. Okay. Oh, Nketiah again. See, that was Aubameyang. That would have hit the target.
You know what? You're right. No, you're absolutely right. But he's young. He's got.
Look at this. Come on, no composure. The most important thing as a forward is having composure under pressure and when you're around the box.
Listen, he'll score.
You can't afford to get rushed. You can't afford to get rushed.
He's a 1 out of 3 guy. He's had 2 chances. He'll score the third.
The first one just scored.
He's still young. He's got plenty of time to, perfect
you know what? He's had the best chances in the game. He's had the best chances in the game. Because Aubameyang's goal wasn't a chance at all. He created that by himself. It wasn't like someone created a chance for him. Nketiah has the best chances. Hasn't done anything with them. Sorry.
Sometimes that's how it goes,
That's what happened when we played Liverpool and Pepe missed all those goals in the first half. And see what happened. We got spanked. That's not how it's supposed to go. Come on, Holding.
Yeah, Holden's been another one that's been good in this game.
Yeah. We're playing.
That's another player I don't want to go.
Yeah, it's because the way I
haven't seen the game. I haven't seen Maitland-Niles at all. It's almost like if he's not playing, then again, it doesn't look like Salah is playing either.
Yeah,
no,
you're right. He's been doing a solid job. Just hasn't been able to get in the game at all.
But Salah is not in the game, so maybe that explains it.
Yeah,
right. Salah is not in the game at all. But Maitland-Niles does that to people. I think what people realize is that the reason why Wolves wanted to buy him, I think, you remember when we played against Wolves and he came on the second half against Traore?
Yeah.
And totally shut him down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had wasted chances so far, but don't worry. Don't worry. The game's still young. I must say we're defending quite well, though.
Yeah.
We're defending quite comfortable, I would say. I didn't know as comfortable. Liverpool normally is to break you down by the quick ball movement. People go into space. That has not occurred.
Is Van Dijk still there? Because he's been quiet.
Yeah, he's still there. Was it David Luiz and Holden and Xhaka? Those are dealing with him just fine.
I'm just hoping that Saliba comes on as a sub.
Yeah, they should give him a run.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that.
Yeah.
Liverpool is starting to dominate. They're dominating possession, though. Not effective possession, yeah, but they're dominating possession, yeah. They're playing the ball from wing to wing. They're spreading the ball around. They're coming their own more and more, and we're going back into that shell. We got to find a way to get out of it.
Liverpool very close to getting maybe a potential.
That was close. Actually, they just broke our defense down.
Yeah,
that 1-2 that normally plays between the wing back, Mane, and the midfielder is what transpired a while ago. Yeah, it's starting to get. They're starting to get into their own actually.
I think Liverpool will score as well.
Yeah. Do you think that could have been a penalty?
If we can get 2 more goals, then the game's finished.
Yeah. I thought that could have been a penalty for Liverpool there on the. It looks like a pull
I didn't
down.
see it clearly actually. So let's see the play. So 1-2. Yeah. In fact, that was a dumb play by Bellerin. He held him actually.
Yeah,
that was unbelievably dumb. So what are you going to get from holding him except a penalty?
Exactly.
You're not stopping him. That is such a dumb play. It's ridiculous. He does that periodically, not necessarily in league games, right? But now when somebody goes by him, he doesn't know what to do. First of all, he should be reading the 1-2 because that's Liverpool's. That's what they do a lot, actually. It probably should have been a penalty.
Oh, we've got to come out of our halves. Saka's right now breaking forward.
Yeah.
Just no one in our half.
I hate that. It's just, everybody should be bombing forward.
The thing I like about El Nene, he always sees a pass. Before the ball gets to him, he always sees a pass.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Before this attacking play just there, El Nene was the one that intercepted it to get the ball back to.
But he made a pass after the interception. You notice it. He made a pass in the interception. So normally somebody's trying to kick it. Okay. Nketiah, you need to come sit on the bench with me. You're a waste. Sorry. I mean, seriously.
No, listen, like he tries to take a shot, it gets blocked.
It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything.
Come on, push
He
forward.
was the one who slipped. What are you talking about? It didn't do anything. Taking up space.
He'll get better. This is why we have young players. There's going to be lots of moments like this coming season. Lots.
No, they won't. They won't. They won't. Sorry. We can't afford that. They won't. I ain't telling you, but they won't. They're not going to be allowed that. They're not playing. They're not playing if that's the case. We're not into. We have made the Champions League for what, 4 years?
Yeah,
you're a manager. You can't be risking your career trying to bred blood young players. You're not Dortmund trying to have players come in. You set them on for 100 million. We're trying to make top 4 and get a Champions League.
What we need to be doing is we need to blend youth and experience. And sometimes if you just have pure young players, it's not going to work.
But this is what's happening now. Like you would hope that Nketiah will learn from Aubameyang and just gradually, little by little, become a better player.
He has had 3 great opportunities in this game against Liverpool, for Christ's sake, and he's fluffed his line in every single occasion.
He's young.
Yes. Can we at least say he got it?
That's obvious. That's obvious. It must be. It must be. Even Xhaka looks good. Even Xhaka looks good. Xhaka looks very good, actually, and Lenny at the base of the midfield. No, I'm not saying he shouldn't go, but I'm saying he looks very good at the base of the midfield against Liverpool with Nenny. We're playing fast break. That means you have to take your chances. And right now, Nketiah is playing to get off. He's playing to get off. He's playing to find himself on the bench. He's working really hard to go on the bench.
Leave him alone.
I can't believe what you just said.
Leave him alone. He's only 21.
I'm sorry.
But then again,
I hate to tell you this, but he's getting paid. This is not a charity where we're giving him much less. We pay based on the ability. We don't have time. Oh, that ball should be outside. That ball was outside, wasn't it?
It was close. It's another close one. I think Tierney defending against Salah really well.
No, I think Maitland-Niles marking him a lot of times. That's why he's been so quiet.
Well, yeah, but now Salah's coming more on the inside.
The ball was outside. Sorry, it was outside. Anyway, you were saying. Sorry, Neil.
Well, listen, there's nothing we can do about Nketiah because, as far as I'm aware, the only other striker we have on our bench is Tyrese John-Jules, who's even less inexperienced.
Well, you know what? So is Greenwood from Man U, but he's producing the goods. I'm not using excuse. I'm not using that as an excuse. Okay, Monty. Oh, they're starting to break us down now. If you play like this, eventually you got to give a goal up.
If we just be more positive and push forward more to give Liverpool something to think about, because we're not going to be able to hold them for this long. See, now they're pressing us. They are literally chasing us down.
Well, there's a big gap between their defense and their midfield. I'm not sure if you noticed that. That's why we get these chances. And when we break the press, it's the defense against our forwards. What we're not doing really well is taking our chances. Well, what Nketiah is not doing well is taking his chances.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, but he's the only one who's missing those things. Bellerin, that's a second miscontrol. You're a professional football player. Making $100K a year, you should be able to control the ball. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah, they're now pressing really hard, actually. They're putting on the press. They're saying they're going to step up the play, and we need to step up our play.
We just need to get into halftime leading. Once we do that, Arteta will work his magic and we'll be fine. But
how long have we got to go to halftime? Because my streaming is absolutely horrendous.
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
I have 7, 8 minutes. Martinez still has not made a save or an attempt to a save. So even though they're pressing us and they're getting closer, we're still in the game. And we're leading anyway, so we're definitely in the game.
But then Klopp being Klopp, he'll work his magic as well. So this is where
I don't think he has much magic to work because he can't change the team. He only can press higher and then be more clinical. But they haven't created anything through the middle. That's the thing. They haven't created anything through the middle. So all their plays are coming from their wing. We have to do a better job of blocking the crosses, actually. Come on, inside, turn.
Stop it, stop. Great block by Hector Bellerin. As you were saying that they were trying to create from the ring, that's exactly what they were trying to do from the left wing.
Well, David Luiz just gave the ball away for no darn reason, which makes no sense. That's like inexcusable.
What's up, Tom?
Hello, Tom.
That's inexcusable, that pass. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Yeah, all good. How we doing?
We're doing well. How you doing?
1-0 up.
Lisa and Jasmine, say hi.
Hey, lady.
So I'm just going to come in and out, but we're out in Turkey watching the game. So
how you finding it so far?
I think it's been amazing. I think we could be 2-0 up. I think Nketiah should have scored that chance. If he'd backed himself and tried to put it top corner or bottom corner, then we'd be 2-0 up. But
yeah,
El Nenny's been brilliant. Jack has been Amazing. Luiz, Holding, and Tierney are on point. I mean, this is totally different to last time we played Liverpool 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because they were all over us. They were totally all over us. And at the moment, I mean, they're having more of the ball, but they're not ripping us to shreds. And that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
That's a very good thing, actually. Now we're playing. I'm going to say okay because they're now dominating possession, which is interesting. We're playing fast break. We're trying to play counter-attacking football.
Yeah, and if you look at the big chances created, I mean, we've created. We've created more.
Close.
When it comes to like big chances, clear-cut chances, we've created more than them.
Yes, we have. And Nketiah should have scored at least 2, is my opinion. He's got 2 clear-cut chances.
We should have been 3-0 up so far, but
they've gotten chance. They've come close, and their chances are much closer. They're just not getting touches on the ball.
Maybe 2, but I mean, Arteta, the way he set up the team, given what he had at his disposal, is brilliant, really. El Neni and Xhaka seems to work. I mean, El Neni, I ripped him off a year ago, but based on this, he's going to come in and play.
He's playing well.
Maybe not week in, week out, but he's going to be a part of the squad.
I think so too. And
Tierney is good as ever. Saka's been brilliant. That pass out to Aubameyang out on the wing was amazing. Nketiah's tenacity is great. He's snatching at chances a little bit, so he's not really, he's not really confident when it comes to the final stage. But that was a great pass there. But,
and nobody starts comparing him to what's his name that's left.
Yeah,
Iwobi.
When I saw the team sheet, I kind of feared the worst.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like what Arteta's done is he's got the best of what he's got like available, and he's done it to work. So we'll see. But so far, so good.
Before kickoff, I wasn't too confident in Xhaka and El Neni because of the way that they play. But let's just see what happens from here on. But I'm still confident that we can beat them, and we will.
Well, you and Tom are the biggest optimists, so you and Tom are optimists. The Lice actually. So we'll see if that materializes.
I don't know where you guys are in the game, but I tell you what, Bellerin has been next level.
Great skill.
Next level. I mean, I didn't still had this in him.
He does.
Yeah, we were talking about we haven't seen Maitland-Niles in the game, but we also haven't seen Salah. So that explains that somewhat, actually.
You haven't seen Saka, did you say?
Salah.
No, Salah. We haven't seen Maitland-Niles, but we haven't seen Salah either.
Salah,
exactly. Yeah.
When you play against Salah and Mane and Firmino, you really need mobile centre backs or backs because it's just going to get burnt every time.
Yeah.
If you play against Burnley, Kolasinac is useful, but if you play against Liverpool, it's game over.
Agreed.
Arteta has learned that over time. I mean, he played Kolasinac against Spurs and it didn't go too well because they've got Son that will just capitalise on it. But if you look at Maitland-Niles, Tierney, Bellerin, those are the kind of players you need to match up against your Salahs and your Manes because they're nimble and they're agile and they can change direction quickly. And Bellerin, I mean, he's on the ball again. He's been immense. He looks like the Bellerin I thought he could be.
Yeah, I think he's been for the past 2 games. He's been playing as if he's still scared, as if he's still scared of the injury, of getting that injury again. But
ACLs are difficult injuries, right? ACLs are career-threatening injuries, so.
Yeah.
Most people have ACL injuries always take a while to just like Holding did actually. Holding was the same way. And we mentioned the same thing with Chambers. All the players who've got that injury, it takes them a while to come back to normal.
Yeah, and I'm guilty. I wrote him off like maybe 6 months ago. I thought there's no way he's going to be the player we thought he could be. And I totally wrote him off. But looking at this, I mean, he looks fit and strong and oh, here we go. Sorry. I might be like delayed from you guys.
No, you're not. I think you're probably the same as Neomis. I'm a little bit delayed.
I'm at 44:23.
Yep.
No, you're not delayed.
You're on the same as me.
Okay.
Yeah, you're saying I'm about 20 seconds behind there actually.
Yeah, Luiz has been great. Holding's been great. Tierney's always great.
I think the most impressive player to me has been Elneny actually.
Yeah.
Given where he is, right? Given where he is in terms of the squad, he's played really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think our back three's been great. And Saka's always great as well.
Saka has been played. Saka's pass in the final third have been pinpoint. Been really good actually. Yeah. No, I'm impressed with the team actually. Apart from Nketiah, frankly, I'm impressed with the team.
And
apart from Nketiah's finishing,
the fact that Pepe, Willian, Lacazette are not available is it makes it even more impressive.
Where is Lacazette? This is what I want to
quarantine.
know.
I understand.
He's on the bench.
Quarantine. I understand.
No.
Well,
I think he's...
like why would he go to a country where he needs to quarantine when he comes back?
Yeah,
why did all those England players do that? Why did Mount and all those players? They all did the same thing, knowing that they have international duty.
Yeah, but they usually announce it a couple of days before they have to come back, and then if you had, you would leave that country, come back before you have to quarantine.
But then again, what's his name? Went to Jamaica. Sterling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So surely he's in quarantine as well.
But Sterling
Is Jamaica on that list?
Sterling's not even playing.
No, but you're saying
he's not even playing in the first season because Man City got an extra week to recover from the Champions League.
Yeah, but he's playing for England, right? There's an international break after this.
Oh, is he in the squad?
Yeah, he's in the squad, but I don't know if he's in quarantine because I think he was at a party where people were infected. So
it's unknown territory because I don't understand. Like, surely they could come back, get a test, and then be available.
Yeah, you're supposed to take the test. I think say twice. There needs to be a space out because sometimes it comes back negative and positive, and it's no one is totally clear as to how the disease actually works.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I heard that Martinez was unavailable, but here he is playing. So
exactly, and sometimes the news media make up stories, frankly, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. There's a lot of noise. Just need to filter through it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go. I just wanted to pop in quickly to say hi.
Well, thanks for stopping in. Hope you enjoy yourself in Turkey.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, bye.
All right.
Yeah, man. Bye.
So we're at halftime of the game, and obviously we're leading 1-0. Great goal from Aubameyang. It was a good first half for Arsenal. Given our last game against Liverpool, even though we won, they totally ran us out the park. Today we're in the game. We're playing well defensively. We could do with more ball possession, but playing well defensively, and looked very dangerous on the break, which is excellent. So hopefully it's a prelude for the upcoming season in terms of what we look like. We don't have our two central defenders yet. We're gonna need some to be blood in because those two are very powerful looking specimen, frankly. I think they're like 6'3", 6'4". They look like those bodybuilders that you have. You watch those movies with those weightlifters. So athletic weightlifters, I sort of envision them as. They're going to cause problems for a lot of teams, actually.
Well, I definitely expect to see Saliba in this game, even if it's just for 10 minutes or so. Because David Luiz, this is his first game back.
Yeah.
There's going to be some rotation, for sure.
There should be some rotation. Would expect some rotation. Because you do want to give people on the bench opportunity to play. And also, it's actually trying to show what players can do against players like, for Liverpool. You want your players to play against the best, so you can't play the same 11 for the entire game, even though you may want to win. So the question is, will he play Abba for the entire 90 minutes? That's the question.
I hope he doesn't take. I hope Aubameyang doesn't get taken off. I hope. Hold on a second.
Honestly, I can see.
I hope he gets taken. I hope he gets taken off. I don't want him to overwork himself too early in the season. Even though we got to find goals from other places, we cannot keep expecting him to score every single goal. That's getting ridiculous. Other players like Nketiah has to step up.
Well, I'd agree with you there. Like over the course of a season, we do need them to score goals. We need Pepe to have a great season. But when you look at our bench, I mean, it's mostly kids. Ole Yinka, John Jules, Smith Rowe, Kolasinac, Willock, Nelson, Suarez, Saliba, and Leno.
Well, I mean, think about it this way. So when you bring back the regular starters, well, the projected regular starters, Gabriel, Saliba, Lacazette, Pepe, William, those are all possibly starters. So you're talking about five players who replace those on the field. So, yeah.
To be honest, I genuinely I can't see Nketiah starting every game. I think he'll be more as a bench player and probably playing cup games like this one. But I can see our starting 11 being experienced. I can see very little chance of there really being any kids.
Yeah, I do think Laka should be playing more in the upcoming season if he's not injured, and playing better, because I think his position is at risk. You can't have your center forward scoring 10 goals in a season. That just doesn't work. Not at this level. Not if you're trying to make top four or even have aspirations to win the league.
I think with Laka... Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I think Lacazette's in trouble, to be really honest. We need to make a decision on him.
I think with Laka, I'm not quite sure what happened to him towards the back of last season. I don't know whether it's fatigue or, he has some personal problem. I don't know, but he wasn't playing as well. And then when he came on and played against Newcastle, he needed that goal. And that should have been an impetus for him to go on and score more goals. But I hope he doesn't get sold. I hope he is used more. I hope that he can prove himself again. But I mean, as a striker, yes, he should be scoring like 20 plus goals. But I don't know. I hope he doesn't go. I really hope he doesn't.
So they're showing the highlights here. And the ball to Nketiah, you have to do better. I'm seeing that play again. Come on, you have
Leave
to.
The young man.
Better. He has to do better. He has to do better.
The guy, he's going to make mistakes.
You're trying to be the starting center forward. You have to tell the coach, look at my performance, coach. You got to put me in the team. Versus creating doubt in your coach's mind.
Listen, I know what you mean, but this is the problem when you play young players, and they have to go through this. It's like Willock. Like Willock frustrates me because he doesn't a lot of the times make the right pass at the right time, but he has to go for it. And in Nketiah, it's exactly the same thing.
I think with Willock sometimes he's a bit too indecisive. He knows what to do, but he's thinking, should I, or maybe I should do that. Yeah. And then it doesn't come off.
Yes.
You're right about that. He's in two minds all the time.
Same with Iwobi. He was in two minds all the time as well.
I thought Iwobi was a good player until he got close to the goal. Then he goes to pieces. He gets close to the goal and he doesn't know what to do. Should I shoot? I know I can't shoot well. Should I pass? I just think he's good. And when we get to the final third, it's a whole different ball game for certain players. And Iwobi's one of those players. He keeps the ball well. He goes by players. He's a decent passer. Yep. But the goal in front of him, that space there is just a space which deters him, it seems. So we're at halftime, and I'm hoping that we come out in the second half, make a few changes to give people some experience, especially the younger players, but maintain the same level of play in the second half, and hopefully we can win. I mean, it's a preseason game. I don't consider it to be a major trophy, but at least it gives you some. It makes you feel good about yourself going into the season, especially playing Liverpool.
Part of me thinks that it's a waste of time, but then part of me thinks, well, if we actually win this, then it's a curtain raiser to what can happen. And we've got top four to play for. I'm hoping we get top four.
I'm looking at some of the comments here. Someone's basically saying, I think it was D saying, Willock has no left foot and doesn't make the right decision in the final third. A lot of players are not two-footed. Messi only has 1 foot and works really well for him. I do believe players at this level should be two-footed. I don't think it takes much to be two-footed. You just got to practice to make your foot that is not your primary one stronger and get comfortable using it. Like people like Cazorla, it's natural to be two-footed. He was almost like innately two-footed, but you can actually develop your weaker foot to be useful.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have. Sometimes it's beneficial to have a two-footed player, but we've never really had that much, really.
No, some players can use the foot that's not primary effectively, but they're going to always favor the foot that they normally grow up using. But you can develop, if you're right foot, you can develop your left foot to be strong and to use in the game, especially in certain circumstances where you need to shoot and you have to put the ball from one foot to the next where you can just snap a shot. It's important to be able to use your other foot, actually.
But yeah, so what do you guys reckon in the second half? Do you think that what do you reckon? Do you think that we're gonna continue the pace, or does it depend on who Arteta brings on?
It depends on who he brings on. I think the team that he has now is working really well. They've settled in the game well. They seem to understand each other's play. They understand that the game is a counter-attacking game for us.
Yeah.
Liverpool dominates possession. But if you change it up, then people have to get blended into the game, and that may create situations which may be challenging for us.
Yeah.
Apollo may join us in the second half, actually.
I'm just hoping that Saliba comes on in the second half, because we need something sturdy in defense. I don't trust that David Luiz. David Luiz is too random for me. Seriously,
There was a moment where he was at right wing.
He was at right wing, actually. Actually, that cross came across a little bit better. He would have been
he could have
goal, actually. Yeah. Well, David Luiz is David Luiz. You know what you're gonna get.
It's just one game he plays really well, and everyone's like, yeah, make him captain. The next game, it's just like, okay, why did you pull that player down? Why did you give that penalty away? Why have you got yourself sent off? That's how random he is. So I'm hoping that he plays alongside something like Saliba, or and give him that experience. But I hope he doesn't play for too many games, because he's just too random.
Cool case.
That's his career. That's his career, though.
He's always been like that. He was like
So Cool K saying Luiz is a solid player. One bad game, and you guys have lost your heads. No, Cool K is not one good game. He gave away the most penalties in the league last year. That's not forgivable for a defender. 5 penalties in a season. That has to be a record, actually. We should actually look the stats up and see if a players have given away 5 penalties, which, frankly, for professionals are almost 5 goals. I can't remember any of those penalties being missed in a season. That's a lot of goals to give away.
Luiz,
that's apart from the mistakes he made to allow others to score. That's just goals that he's going to give away, like free goals.
But
forget
then
about
again,
other mistakes that he has made.
But then again, you have to remember Leno made 9 mistakes that gave away goals.
Well, if your centre half and your goalkeeper are giving away so many goals, then obviously you're going to have a lot of negative goal stat, actually, right? You're going to lose a lot of games in those situations.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Leno coming in the second half. To be honest.
I hope not. I really hope not, because that...
I would expect it, actually.
Don't even start me off on Leno. Seriously. Seriously. Just
Leno is a good goalkeeper. He's a
good shot stopper, but he's so indecisive. He can't play with his feet. He punches the ball when he should be catching it. He has no command of his area. At least with Martinez, you know what you're getting. Nah, Leno, man. Sit down and just play.
Martinez has been exceptional. The question is, can we keep both goalkeepers? That's the question.
Potentially, yes. But if we have to sell one of them, it will have to be, for me, Leno.
Well, Martinez is on 20K per week, which is laughable.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
£20,000 a week. And he's 28. It's not like he's a spring chicken at 21. He's on 20K a week. There's no way I wouldn't ask to quadruple my wages if I'm him. I mean, Hudson-Odoi went from what? less than 30 to about 120, 150, because he was going to go to Bayern Munich. You have to use the leverage that you have to increase your compensation if you are Martinez. I do think he's a more complete goalkeeper than Leno. I think Leno is a very good goalkeeper.
I think what Arsenal need to do is they need to get Martinez in and start renegotiating his contract, and they need to do it sooner before his actual contract runs out.
Yeah, then they have a couple of years still, so we get. Yeah, they need to do that. You need to lock him up longer, so you have more leverage if you have to sell him also. What I like to see, though, is Gabriel and Saliba playing a game together.
Oh, you could believe that's coming this season, for sure.
It will. I think it will.
Yeah.
But I want to see them play in the Premier League against like the big, like the tougher opposition before I start getting gassed.
Yeah, it's no time soon, though, because Gabriel has to quarantine for 2 weeks. Hopefully he's been in London for a week already, so it'll only be one more week. And Saliba has obviously been here for a while, training with the team.
I don't know what they're waiting on in terms of the announcement of Gabriel, though.
Well, I tend to say all the I's have not been crossed. So it's a good question, actually.
Maybe there's something else to do with the personal terms.
Yeah, probably. Like, if you don't make Champions League, I'm leaving in 2 years. Who knows? You have these things in your contract nowadays. Players have much more negotiation leverage than the past, right? You want me more than I want you. So you know what? If you're basically telling me that you're committing to me, you get into the Champions League, you have a good team, but I want to play Champions League. You don't get there in 3 years, then you have to sell me. I am allowed to go.
But then again,
or price me so that.
But then again, did Gabriel want Arsenal more than Arsenal wanted him?
No, we wanted him more than he wanted us. No, but we wanted him more than he wanted us. I mean, obviously he wanted us, but we wanted him more. Because he had other suitors, right? He had Man U, he had Everton, he had Napoli. So he was a wanted player. But part of the convincing supposedly was Arsenal fans bombarding him with begging him to join us. So you know how our fans are. They want everybody to join us. And as soon as they make a mistake, we want to get rid of them.
Messi, yeah.
He messed up in his first game. What happens?
Oh, the Messi memes.
Messi will never come to Arsenal.
Of course not.
We don't know that.
First of all, Messi makes 100. Wait, doesn't Messi make £100 million a year?
Listen, anything could happen, right?
No. £100 million a year. Are you mad? We can't afford £100 million to buy players. We can't afford
listen.
He's a millionaire. He can afford a pay cut.
Yeah, he can take a pay cut. This is like you'll have to take a pay cut to come to Arsenal, but understand that he will be around greatness.
because he's never been around greatness before.
I like that. It's nice to dream. This game should have been postponed. Really?
I don't want Messi. I don't want Messi actually.
But do you think
my team? This is Premier League. This is not La Liga. I don't want another lazy person on my team. I don't care how good he is.
Yeah, but if you take into consideration that Messi, the amount of years that he's played in the Champions League. Hi Tony. If you take into consideration how many teams he's played from the Premier League in the Champions League, you can actually see him fitting very well in the Premier League.
No, he would get into. Look, it's not about getting into teams, but I think he would probably be more disruptive than anything else. Frankly, I just think at his level, if the players are not up to his standard, then he gets frustrated. If you watch a Bayern game, he was walking the entire game.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if he's been playing so long, is he a Ronaldinho who finished pretty early or a Kaká who finished pretty early? As they pass 30, they start going downhill. I don't know, because he had a decent season, but he didn't have a stellar season. He had a decent season by his standards.
But Pep's at Man City, so he'd probably want to work with him again.
Of course. I mean, he made Pep. It's not the other way around. He made Pep. Because Pep has not won the Champions League since he left Barcelona.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you not win it with Dortmund?
No, he went to Bayern. He didn't win Bayern. Spent 3 years at Bayern and didn't win. Took a year of sabbatical. Spent 3 years at Bayern and didn't win it, and he hasn't won it with City. He hasn't come close with City because you know why? He's overmanaged. The last game, he really overmanaged. Like, that was ridiculous. That's like a first-year manager. As much as
I respect Pep for what he's won and what he's done throughout his career, it would be very good for him to go to a team that doesn't have any money.
Yeah,
that would
never happen. No, that would never happen. That would never happen. That's like asking Jose Mourinho to do the same thing. Jose is desperate nowadays, but to manage anyone, but I don't think that would ever happen. You know, Many has not been a bad pass for the entire game so far. By the way, everyone, the game is back. We're not saying much about the game because it's the same as the first half. Nothing is happening, actually. Liverpool is dominating possession of the game, and we're trying to play counter-attacking football.
We can't stick with this counter-attack football. Like, I can't see it working for the next 45 minutes.
No, because at some point we're going to concede. So you have to...
Well, we can stick to it if we get more possession, so we get more counters. But if you're just trying to get the ball out of your defense...
And we need to stop ball watching, because I've noticed a lot of that, towards the end of the first half.
Because Liverpool is playing slow, actually. Liverpool is playing really slow, and that contributes to you playing not as aggressive as you normally play.
Making it very, very difficult for Liverpool to play through spaces in those wide areas. But at this moment in time, Arsenal have defended crosses.
I'm just wondering when Liverpool are actually going to make changes, because that's the only time that I see us it more favouring Arsenal. If they stick with this full strength side, I don't think it's going to be good.
But Klopp doesn't like to lose, and he's playing a very strong team, so he has to have at least score before he starts making changes. Oh, El Nenny's playing really, really well.
For once.
He looks like a player in the midfield. I'm not sure what he drank. He led to Turkey.
He's playing for a new contract. That's what it is.
Basically.
He's playing for a new contract.
It's about time Milner get a yellow card. Come on.
At the end of this game, if we win, we're going to have to be asking ourselves, should we sign El Nene to a new contract?
Hell no. Look, El Nene plays one game every 15. No.
El Nene is just making the game look very, very simple. I'm telling you, very, very simple. And Nketiah just made a bad play a while ago. You know that nail miss? That ball he played out wide, he played to the wrong wing. Come Maitland-Niles. This is not cricket. That's a 6.
Leave him alone!
I don't know what you're doing.
Stay off the young players. Come on.
I don't know what he's doing. What that was.
They've got to learn. They've got to learn.
Oh, that was a good build-up by Liverpool. Firmino took a shot from outside the box, wide of the post, but that was a good build-up from Liverpool. So Liverpool need to do that. When we attack, they need to, and we lose the ball, they need to be quicker in terms of their counter-attack. I think Martinez had that covered. That's what Firmino taking a shot from just side the box, just far of the right post. I thought Martinez had that covered. I think 101 just says Martinez looks really big, and I would agree with that. His size is a good factor too. You help him as a goalkeeper. See, that's what I'm saying. Aubameyang cannot pass to save his life.
You picked the one time.
That's not his game. That's not his game. I said this at the outset, talking about him and Salah. Didn't I say that we're talking about him and Salah?
No, hold on.
Look at this ball. Look at this ball. So he has the ball on the left.
Nerves. Listen, that is nerves
We're
right
not
there.
even
No.
close.
Stop
Nerves.
it. Stop it.
He's a world-class forward. What do you mean nerves?
Stop it. Oh.
He's a world-class forward. That's not his game, though. See how he picked the corner when he shot for goal? His pass and his crossing needs to improve. I'm sorry. Nobody's above criticism. No one. No matter how good they are.
Fair enough. But I don't know. Look. Nketiah is what, 21? He's still got, what, 10 years?
That was Abba a while ago. That was Abba I was talking about.
Yeah.
Not Nketiah.
Oh.
I don't spare the rod and spoil the child. I don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not about age.
Even Aubameyang makes mistakes sometimes. But then again, when he doesn't play well, we have to say he didn't play well. So, but he's played well so far.
No, he's played well. He's played well. Maitland-Niles cannot be beaten. I'm telling you. The kid is an exceptional defender if he wants to be. He can be an exceptional defender if he chooses to be.
Which is why I hope he doesn't get sold.
He's smart. Yeah, I hope he doesn't get sold either. When he wants to play, because I don't think he wanted to play in that position previously. But I think now Arteta's convinced him that, if you're going to get into the team, that's where you have to play, and he's playing really well.
Yeah.
It's a wasteful chance by Van Dijk. Gets a bit of a free header.
Is he much bigger than everyone else when he's in the box? Does he just look like a giant to everyone else?
He is.
And he gets to most of those balls. That was a foul on Nelly, by the way. He just manhandling it and then he tried to mark it. See, that should not be his mark. So here's where coaching comes in. And then he cannot mark Van Dijk. It has to be Holding or David Luiz. Taller, more powerful, normal defenders. Why are you making a midfielder mark the strongest player on the field? That makes no sense to me.
But who makes that decision? Because someone in that defense has to be a leader and say, you know what,
I'm going to mark the best guy. That should be David Luiz.
Or Rob Holding.
Yeah, but normally David Luiz would probably try to organize the defense and say who should be where. That's what, at least he should be having that responsibility because he's a senior defender.
Let me just answer this question. What is it? And then he's playing decent while defense jumping his back. Because normally, when he's not playing, if it wasn't for today, it'll be backwards, sideways. He's just too safe. He never actually takes.
He is safe, yeah.
He never actually he never comes out of his comfort zone and just bombs forward. It's always backwards, sideways. But he's playing well today. I'll give him his due.
That's a close chance.
Yeah, it was a difficult ball a while ago. Not much you could do with that.
Oh, shoot. Yes, great Martinez. Literally just after that, through ball to Mane. But Martinez gets completely deals with it.
I could marry that man tomorrow.
See, that shouldn't happen, right? That shouldn't happen. Someone shouldn't pass the ball 30 yards, almost on the ground, and beat your defense. I'm sorry, that shouldn't happen. That's Rob Holding. David Luiz kept him onside, actually.
Yeah, but where is in that situation, that's where the midfield should be there to help to stop those type of balls from going through.
No, that's the forward line, actually, because it came from the defense. So the forward has a personal defender, so he doesn't have all day to make that pass. But also, you have to time the forward and put yourself in a position, prevent him from getting behind you. That's how Abba scored against Chelsea. That's the same way Abba scored against Chelsea with a Tierney over the head pass. It's very difficult to mark. So the forward is not running square, right? He's running almost slant. But you have to be able to defend against that. And Holding is not the fastest spring. He's not a spring chicken, right, in terms of his speed. So,
Milner gets a yellow
card.
card.
About 3 yellow cards already.
Yep.
And then he's so safe. And then he's so safe, isn't it? Oh, that should be a red card, shouldn't it? Should that be a red
really
card?
bad.
That should be a red card. That's ridiculous. Milner's been
They'll
doing it
probably
all
be in
game.
yellow.
It's a goddamn preseason game, Milner. This is not. Look at this. That's a red card. He didn't play the ball at all. That's what we call a broke foot tackle. That
Kind of reminds me of
ridiculous.
what's his name, Liverpool player, Gerrard. That nasty tackle.
I think Milner is probably more dirty than Gerrard is actually. Gerrard is very physical, but Milner can be dirty.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he's been doing it all game, by the way. It's not the first time in the game.
All right. Both teams are making substitutions at the same time. Looks like
Of
Arsenal.
course, Arteta's looking at Klopp. Arteta is watching Klopp and say, "Whatever you do, I'm doing. I'm doing something
Yep.
similar."
I'm
Was
just
it
hoping
Cedric's
it's a
coming
defensive
on?
one.
Yeah, Cedric's coming on. Oh, in
Okay.
central
What
defense.
he does.
No.
Not yet.
No. It
Oh,
looks like
Bellerin's coming off. Well, you have to manage Bellerin minutes anyway. That's important. Because Bellerin, given
And you
his
know what?
injury record,
And Cedric is not that bad for me.
I think
at
he's
least.
all right. I think he's all right.
Yeah.
I think he gets a lot of stick.
Yeah.
so they're bringing on Nketiah and Minamino. They're getting on a couple of, I'll call them squad players for the time being.
Who's replacing him? I think it's that right back, Williams. They must.
Yeah,
be
but then who
changing
goes to
it.
right back for them? I don't see how that works. These are two. So who they're going to play maybe three at the back then? They may go three at the back.
Well,
Oh,
Milner's
Milner
coming
can go
off.
to Milner go to right back. Is Milner coming off?
Yeah, he's coming off for Keita. They must be changing formation then.
Yeah, it must be three at the back because they know how to defend on the field. So they play three at the back and put Keita in the midfield with Minamino playing in the number 10 position.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Liverpool are trying to stretch our defense and force us wide. Can't fall for it.
See, what I think is a very good player, but it hasn't produced for Liverpool is Keita. I think he's a very good player, but he's been injury prone and hasn't been a regular since he came over, and he was very expensive too. He cost over £50 million.
I mean, he's got a good work rate on him, but besides, even when he hasn't been injured, he's been okay.
Liverpool fans tend to give him stick. The ones that I know, anyway.
Well, probably because of his price tag. I mean, they paid a lot for him for a player that I just think that he's just a hard worker.
Yeah.
I think they paid like 45, 50 for him.
Now they paid more than that. It's more than 50, actually.
Oh, wow.
And he was out for a year on loan, I think, actually. So and then he made his first mistake, which may cost us. No, it doesn't. Oh, what a move by Tierney. That's pretty. Aubameyang has the ball in the wing going forward. Come on, Aubameyang, make a good pass now for once in the game.
Oh.
Of course
He
not.
makes a little I knew it was coming.
Cannot pass a ball to save his life. You cannot be such a lead player can't pass a ball to save your life. Every ball he passes goes to the red shirt. Come on, Aubameyang. You got to do better than that. You know what he should do? Make the El-Neni type passes, because those are the passes he made is a turnover.
Well,
play
safe.
5 yards and be comfortable. Yeah, play it safe. Maybe that's why El-Neni plays it safe, because he knows what his capabilities are. And he played with it himself.
That is true.
I think
can't remember the last time
I think what Arteta needs to do is to get Aubameyang to start learning how to defend again and how to, fight for the ball again, because he doesn't do it enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to, though. He does it when he feels like it. And frankly, when you score goals like him, you can do like what Messi does. You
Just walk around.
You run when you walk around. Yeah, you walk around till you get the ball. Maitland-Niles just dominates people. I'm telling you, if you look throughout the game at Maitland-Niles, he hasn't got beaten yet in the entire game.
He's not going to get beaten.
The announcer just said that tackle he made on Gomez, just defending strong.
Yeah.
He's just been really solid.
He's really no, as a defender, he's really playing well actually.
Yeah. It's high time he forgot midfield. Just stay at the back.
Yeah, he doesn't have that vision in midfield like you need. I'm not sure he probably could be a defensive midfielder, but I'm not sure he retains the ball well enough to function well in that capacity. So it makes it very difficult for him. Defensively, he's very good, but I'm not sure about how well he'll be able to retain the ball in midfield.
Do you think we'll get Partey still?
Yeah, I think we're playing this game of chicken between us and because they're looking at a player from Espanyol, correct? Who is supposed to be his replacement. They're going to get for a cheaper price, so they're trying to maximize what they get from us. They can buy that player, maybe buy someone else. They have wasted money the last couple of years, though. They wasted the Griezmann money by buying the kid from Portugal. Maybe it's not a waste, but he hasn't produced so far. So.
The fact that they're forcing us to just go and play the release clause, I don't see Arsenal paying it. And I've heard talks that we have to pay all of it up front.
Yeah.
No one does that anymore. No one does that anymore.
Supposedly it's to do with how those release clauses are in Spain.
Oh, yeah. They seem to have release clauses all over in Spain, right? Everyone has a release clause, it appears. Messi was, about 700 million? That's not a release clause. That's saying you're not being sold, ever.
Yeah.
How can I don't know how teams can justify having a release clause of that amount of money. It's like, I get it, but who's going to pay 700 million?
Well, that's because they have no intention of selling him. That was the release clause said. Plus, he makes 100 million. I wish people realize this though. He makes 100 million a year. I thought he made like 100 million pounds a year. We're not talking about dollars either. So it's probably about $120 million. Think about the exchange rate. It's over that. That's ridiculous. So the game, we're in the 64th minute, and the pace of the game has not changed since the inception of the game. It's a slow pace. Liverpool trying to break us down, us counter-attacking. That's been the game so far, and we've only made one change, bringing on Suarez for Bellerin.
It's been more the same from the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, Maitland-Niles.
No one can get behind Maitland-Niles is dominant defender.
He's getting so much.
He's becoming a dominant defender. Yeah, he's becoming a dominant because he's reading the play really well. He's a smart player. He probably has watched tape also of how Liverpool plays.
Oh, that's a nasty foul on Nketiah.
Did he have one before where Milner jumped in the back of his leg?
Come on, ref. You got to give Keita a card for that.
Oh, no. That's a red card. That's what Nketiah got a red card for when he played against... Who he played against, he got a red card. Was that against Leicester? That's a red card.
Might have been.
That's a red card. That's a red card. That's a red card.
Dangerous.
That's a red card.
If it was in the season, then they're not going to give him. They're so unfair towards Arsenal. It's not even a card. Oh,
it is a red card. I'm telling you, it's a red card. We know it's not intentional, but it doesn't matter. That's how Nketiah got his red card. That's how we lost that game too.
He did even get a card.
Wow.
Nketiah should have milked that with some more.
Okay, what happened?
He's not Xhaka. He should have done like what Xhaka did.
Yeah.
Come on, Xhaka. Make a better pass than that.
Nketiah got a boot to the chest by Keita.
He's trying to control the ball, but he put his foot high, and he got into the chest of Nketiah, and he didn't get a yellow card. Nketiah went down, but as Naomi said, he needs to roll over like Neymar to get some Some decision from the referee.
This referee's useless. In another game, that would have been a red card.
Yeah, if that was a Premier League game, he was gone.
Can you imagine Maitland-Niles shutting down both Salah and Mane? They put Mane. That's not smart by Klopp. He put Mane in the side.
You know?
Well, he's doing it. They haven't got behind him all game. They haven't got behind him all game.
We've got them the third game of the season at Anfield. You never know.
We just had a turnover and a shot taken by Minamino, but Martinez makes it look like a 5-year-old took the shot. No threat at all. You're ahead of me, Neomis.
Yep, I see the attacking play from Aubameyang. Was it on the left wing? Chooses the right pass, gets to Saka, and Saka takes a shot, but it's saved over the line or just outside, and it's a corner to Arsenal. So
that's a good. So Aubameyang made a pass to one of our players.
Yeah, you made a great pass.
I would call it. That's not a great pass. A good pass.
Yes, it's a good pass. It's a good pass.
He made a good pass to Saka, who put it as a weak foot. You gotta get on your left foot, Saka. You gotta do like Mahrez or Pepe. You have to fake right and go left and get to your left foot.
Okay, what happened? Who? What? Where? How?
We got a corner. We got a corner. He shot the goal. We got a corner.
But we didn't make anything of it.
We kicked the ball. He got punched out by Allison. Looked like there was some infringement.
Almost looked like a handball.
I thought it was a handball actually, but maybe it was an infringement. That's why he knocked the ball down. That's probably what happened.
Oh, that's not a foul.
So again, we have this long pass. That was inadvertent. That wasn't a deliberate foul by Suarez.
Yeah, it wasn't. Suarez had his eye completely on the ball. Minamino set him up.
That was a foul by Minamino. He blocked him for getting the ball. That was not a foul, actually. Minamino fouled him by blocking him. So what are you supposed to do? If you block me, I have to run over you.
Another corner.
Yeah, and they taking those corners really flat, those crosses flat, so the keeper can't get to it pretty quickly. And they're trying to find Van Dijk also, which is interesting. Probably should be a little bit higher. So no one, again, we have Tierney marking Van Dijk. Where is David Luiz? Where's Rob Holding? Why aren't you having a taller player, a stronger player marking Van Dijk?
Maybe they know because they're error prone that they stay away from making a mistake. Because if one of them two was to mark Van Dijk and Van Dijk scores, they would get it from every Arsenal fan. Holding and Luiz, I'm telling you.
That's probably true, actually.
Yeah.
But if they score, we're going to blame the defense, so you might as well do it, right?
Well, listen, we're 71 minutes in now, and we're still holding on.
Yeah, I want us to play more positive, though. I'm not into the holding on business anymore. We got to play more positive. We have to do more.
Yes. Was it Joe Willock looks like he's coming on?
Yeah. No Saliba today.
No, like it's because the way how Liverpool have set up, like they haven't really had any of the kids if they put more kids in, then we would have put more kids.
That's not a foul, referee. Come on.
Saka? No. Oh no! Come on.
Taking out Saka?
Stop Salah. You got to stop Salah. Stop him! Oh, Jesus Christ.
He scored.
Minamino. Oh. Saka, Salah with the dribbling.
You see that play? That fake a while ago?
Oh, man.
It was
That
inevitable.
was too easy. That was too easy. That's too easy.
It's just so unlucky. It starts bouncing off all type of Arsenal players just in the way of Minamino.
Inevitable.
Minamino hits it. It hits Cedric Suarez, then hits Salah, then back in the path of Minamino. It's just pinball. Nah, that's unlucky. But we all knew that Liverpool were going to get a chance to score.
Yeah. I thought it was a handball there by Salah. Wasn't there a handball?
Well, it looked like Suarez's foot kicked, or at least it went from Suarez to Salah. But I don't think it didn't look the.
It looked like a handball to me.
No, VAR got involved. No handball.
I thought that it touched Salah's hand, but maybe it didn't. It's a goal. They gave a goal.
All right.
No handball.
Let's see what we can do against the Premier League champions.
Drop to Minamino. Good finish. Salah. Firmino.
Oh no! Listen, Liverpool are getting they're looking confident now.
Because goddamn Aubameyang need to learn how to pass. Every time he passes the ball, he turns the ball over.
Great secure catch.
That was
by
Aubameyang a while
Martinez.
ago getting a turnover. You know, that was Aubameyang game. I keep telling you, Naomis. You create pressure on your own team when you can't pass.
Stop it!
It's so annoying watching this. Learn to pass a ball. Look where the play started from. In their own 18 when he turned the ball over.
Listen, mistakes can happen. Listen, this isn't happening all the time with Aubameyang.
Okay. I agree. His passing is a mistake. Don't pass the ball, Aubameyang. Score the goals. Don't pass.
So that's been his game since. That's been his game
You're
since he's
useless
joined.
passing the ball. He's useless passing the ball. Useless. Great goal scorer, but useless passing the ball.
He's a poacher. He's not a passer.
He's definitely not a passer. Come on, Tierney. So now Liverpool has scored. I'm sure they're going to step up the pressure. See, Naomis, what we're missing, Naomis, is this. They don't turn the ball over. It's Salah and Mane are turning the ball over unless they're trying to create an opportunity and goal. We're turning the ball over without pressure. And you can't do that against this team.
Now listen, we are making little mistakes now. Like, this is where you could tell nerves are coming into play.
Yeah. And they're playing these intricate 1-2 passes.
And was it Tierney is kind of down, like cramp is setting in with him.
No, it's time for Nketiah to come and join us on the sideline. It's time for Nketiah to come and join us. Don't you agree with that? Give John Jules a try. Let's try someone else. We've seen what you can do, Nketiah. Should be sitting on the couch with me. But we've seen what you can do.
But you do know John Jules hasn't got the great experience, well, as any more experience than Nketiah.
I've seen enough of Nketiah for the day. I've seen enough of Nketiah for the day. They're starting to dominate position. They're truly dominating. And they're playing the 1-2 now, right? You pick it up, you put your head down, you play Yeah, they're really intricate passing into, and we get the ball back. We're not doing anything with it. We just give it back to them.
They're being super comfortable now.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Last
like backs, what we call backs and forward, right? We play defense against offense. That's how they played us the last time we played against them. This was the game last time we played them.
Last 5 minutes, Liverpool have had 86% possession.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, maybe we're getting tired. We need to make changes then.
Disgusting.
Yeah, like we don't. The thing is, we don't have a choice but to make changes now because Tierney's pulling up with cramp every now and again.
And we have a break and we're slowing the ball down. Come on.
Listen. Bring on Saliba if Tierney can't make it.
We have 5 changes. Make the changes. What are we waiting for? We only have 30 minutes left.
The thing about it is
the problem is that
I was going to say that Arteta is doing a Wenger and making too many late changes. He needs to start making changes a lot earlier.
Yep, I would agree with that. Wenger was 17 minutes, and we know that's how the changes get made. It's too predictable. So now everyone is resting because Liverpool has had the ball so much. They're taking a break. And when he's playing an advantage, run back.
Come on now, someone needs to start running forward. I think maybe that's the reason why. Was it Willock looks like he's coming on?
I guess people are tired.
Yeah. Everyone looks tired in that midfield.
Well, defending is difficult enough. If you're defending all most of the game, eventually you're going to get tired. So that's not surprising. But the manager has to realize this and make the necessary changes. Protect his players.
You know what it is? It's just you just know that if you start making these changes now, then that's like the beginning of the end.
You need legs, though. You need legs. If you don't have the legs, it's the beginning of the end anyway. But as you said, the last 5 minutes, they've dominated possession. It's not, we're just running around like chickens without a head, frankly.
The big mistake here is that, Willian isn't playing. You should have had him at least on the bench.
Yeah. Come on, Arteta, make the changes. The team is tired.
I mean, this ball just isn't going out of play for these substitutions to come in.
Because we're not pressing. We're playing too deep. We don't want them to get behind us, so we're afraid to press up the field. Or we're just tired. One of the two.
Stop the cross. Stop the cross. Oh, no. Come on, Saka. Saka loses the ball. Oh, no. Are you serious? Great save by Martinez with the shot from Mane, like literally within the 5-yard box. What a save. Like, just tired legs, just not...
If that was Leno...
We have to make changes now. I don't think we have
Saka cannot lose the ball there. You can't lose a ball in your box. I don't care what happens. You cannot lose the ball.
That's one of the most dangerous places where you could lose the ball, right in your box.
Yeah, you can't lose the ball there. You just can't. You can't get dispossessed in your own box trying to beat someone. Yeah, I think Saka's tired.
Okay, we're making big changes now. Well,
no, we need to
changes. Kolasinac, you got your wish.
No.
Really?
No, we're not asking for Kolasinac. No. Kolasinac needs to be a cheerleader.
He comes on, I'm going after a cigarette. Kolasinac comes from
Kolasinac
Ghana
at
for
centre back. Oh my god. Yeah, Kolasinac's coming on.
crying out loud.
I wonder why he decided not to play Saliba. He wants to be a surprise weapon when we play him in 3 weeks.
Maybe, you know.
Of course, don't like to show their hands sometimes, you know. They want to make sure when we play you in 3 weeks, you want to make sure we're in good position. He's comfortable. Because you wonder who's going to start in the season with that centre backs, actually. Is it David Luiz and Holding? Is it Saliba and David Luiz? Who's going to be the starting centre back?
It'd probably be Saliba and David Luiz. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Gabriel comes in.
And somebody is, you know who needs to come in as well? Martinelli.
Martinelli's out until January, until next year,
January.
actually. Yeah, his knee damage seems to be worse than initially expected. I'm surprised Bruce doesn't get a game. That's interesting.
Yeah, because he scored like a couple goals.
Yeah, he scored. Yeah, he scored a couple goals in preseason. He scored the last game. He scored 2.
Yeah.
You can see more energy on the field now, right? Given the kids just come on.
Yeah.
They're pressing higher.
That's what's
They're pressing high up the field, actually. All right, Aubameyang, let's make a pass. I know you know what it's. Let's make a good pass. Is he outside? Come on, make them out.
Yeah.
You can't afford to be outside there. I'll give you a better play than that. Took too long to make the pass. Is it straight to penalty kicks if if it's tied at the end of the game, or is there overtime?
I think it goes straight to penalty kicks.
I think it's penalties as well.
Yeah.
I don't think it's extra time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is penalties. I
I'm
just said
hoping-
it.
I hope it doesn't get to that because we're not very good at taking penalties. But
Well, we have a lot of good penalty takers between Aubameyang and Pepe and Lacazette and William, but they're not playing. A lot of them not playing today, so we have a lot of good penalty takers actually. Probably the best set of penalty takers in the league.
All right. Come on, we're trying to do something now. Ooh, Willock very close to a headed goal.
He has to score that. He has to at least hit the target. He has to hit the target.
You know what? The same thing.
You're in the middle of the goal. You have to hit the target. Sorry, I'm a Willock fan.
No.
But you have to hit the target.
No, listen. I hear you, but
the ball headed him. He didn't head the ball. The ball headed him. He didn't head the ball. The ball headed him.
This is, the same thing with him. That's got. Oh, what just happened there? I'm done.
The kids are changing the game, though. If you notice, the kids have changed the game.
yeah, the kids are more
They're just
hungry.
bringing
That's what it
energy.
is.
Yeah.
The kids are hungry.
Oh, did he hold him? I thought Van Dijk held Aubameyang.
Aubameyang.
I'm telling you, Maitland-Niles is the star that comes beginning of the season. I'm telling you. Maitland-Niles is a starter.
Of course he is. I told you that.
Oh, come on. You got to be a better cross than that. Sorry. That's a horrible cross. That's an Aubameyang type cross. That's a horrible cross.
That's one thing he needs to work on in his game, crossing. Aubameyang.
Maitland-Niles just got man of the match by BT Sport.
I'm telling you, the kid is dominant.
Oh.
Dominant player. Dominant display. I mean, he kept Salah. I mean, Salah helped create the goal, but he kept Salah quiet all game. Salah was almost non-existent.
I told you he was too quiet. Van Dijk has been quiet. Mane's been quiet.
We see Mane put his foot a while ago. That's crazy. That was a dangerous play.
But the referee won't do anything about it. So, you know.
I mean, he didn't hit the player, but it's a dangerous play. His foot was really high. There's no way in heck we should sell Maitland-Niles. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
No, we should have.
If we do, it's gonna be like a Nabry type situation where we regret doing it.
I blame Wenger for that.
No, there's nothing we could do with Nabry. No.
Well, look, I didn't blame him for selling Nabry because I think Nabry wasn't playing as well as he is now, frankly.
But he didn't want to sign a new deal that
That's
Arsenal
true,
offered him.
Yeah.
Same thing with Marlon, Daniel Marlon.
Come on, Will, do something with this. Let me see what you're doing. Oh,
That was close. Willock with a nice pass on the wing.
if you notice, the game has changed materially since these kids come on. It's like night and day. Oh, that was close. We are now attacking Liverpool. So we no longer be barraged with them trying to penetrate us. They're now in the defensive.
Liverpool don't know what to expect.
Well, it's about legs, right? If you're tired, you can't pressure the opposition. The kids are playing
I
really well.
reckon we'll score. I reckon we score now that we've got these kids.
Well, we're going to run out of time after me. We're going to run out of time. They haven't pressured us since the case came on.
We've got lots of players up front, so we're putting ourselves in the position to score.
Yep. And so we don't get caught on the break, though. I must say our midfield looked good today.
Yeah.
Our midfield looked good. They're composed. Yeah, they're very calm. Even though we've been under pressure in terms of them.
Oh, come on, Jack, get back.
Please.
Maitland-Niles get caught upfield. See, that's the thing. He got caught upfield. See, he doesn't really want to, which is what Maitland-Niles does well. He doesn't really want to. How many minutes do we have extra time? 3 minutes? 3 minutes?
Yep, 3 minutes. Mane tries to cross.
That was a foul. He pushed him in the back. That's a foul. That header that Robertson had, that's a foul to me.
Oh, so now they're bringing on Brewster to take a penalty. I didn't even realize why Naldum was in this game.
That's a foul. So I'm talking about. That's a foul. He pushed him in the back. When Naldum played, he played first half, right? I'm not sure what happened. Did he get taken off at halftime?
I think he might have started Naldum.
He did start. He played the entire game. He wasn't that prominent actually.
I didn't even realize he was playing.
We don't have a lot of penalty takers on the field, do we? We don't have a lot of penalty takers, do we? Apart from Aubameyang, I can't think of another penalty taker. I figured David Luiz would take one.
Xhaka will take one.
Xhaka would take one. Yeah. I don't know who else.
Maybe on Nene will step up. Willock.
Possibly. Still have 2 minutes left. A minute left though. We can't afford to give up a goal.
Yeah, we're approaching, coming up to 30 seconds left. I mean, Liverpool look like they're just they'll take it to penalties.
I think if we get all the players we want in the transfer window, and we're injury free, I think we'll compete for top 4.
Oh yeah,
and everyone has written us off. Everyone has written us off, but I think we compete for top 4.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think we'll compete. Whether we get it is another situation. I still think that this team will be good enough to win the Europa League, which I know people don't want to rely on it, but I think that's
I don't want to.
I think that's probably the only way. But if we
That's
can get top 4,
that's Sevilla's trophy. That's not ours.
well, it's full time. Full time. It's going
well,
to
that's
penalties.
good though. Liverpool got lucky. They shouldn't have scored actually.
What have I missed?
It's full time.
It's gone to penalties. Get full time. 1-1.
There's penalties. Okay. When then, at least at the end of the day, we can say that we can play against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because we weren't saying that not so long ago.
That's true.
So.
And they had a strong team actually. They had a much stronger team than we did.
We were expected to lose this game. Yeah. We were expected to lose. So taking into consideration that we played well and that certain players who we don't normally see playing well actually turned up today, and that's a bonus.
Well, the biggest surprise to me was El Neni. I thought El Neni played very, very well. Calm, composed. Yeah, make it look simple. Was never rushed in the game. Even when Liverpool was pressing it, didn't feel the pressure. Always saw pass before he got the ball, which is very important for a midfielder when you get pressured. So no, I think we played well overall. Actually, I mean, second half they dominated possession, but we weren't threatened that much. There were a couple of times in the first half where the ball came across in dangerous areas, but I would say overall they weren't as dominant as when we played them in the regular season.
Kids came on and they actually showed up. So because we were looking tired.
The kids came on. That energy is always essential, especially late in games when you're trying to hold on to a lead, or you're trying not to give up a goal. But see, they have all their penalty takers. I mean, I'm sure Mane and Salah and Van Dijk and all of them take penalties. I don't think we have a lot of penalty takers on the field.
No. This is one where we just got to hope that they choose a spot and get it on target in the net. Have we seen Martinez done any penalties before? Because
no,
we're gonna see what he can do now.
Well, for goalkeepers, penalties is do you guess right? It's always about guessing right? It's not even about how great you are sometimes. If you guess right, you have a chance. Obviously, you don't guess right, and that's curtains or the player misses. But you have to be able to guess right, or done your homework to say what's the favorite side of the penalty taker. I'm not sure you have done your homework on this because it's a preseason game. So they're now spinning the toss for penalty taking. I want us to go last. I want to go first. Looks like Van Dijk has a choice. May have won the toss. Looks like he has a choice of who to take the penalty. So Smith Rowe didn't get a game. I'm a little bit surprised about that, actually.
The thing is, I think he would have been a Granit Xhaka replacement, but I mean, with the midfield playing so well.
Yeah. Well, he's a more offensive player, so he could have replaced Saka, actually. He could have came on what Will did. All right, Martinez, show us what everybody sees in you.
Oh, come on. I know I predicted this was going to go to penalties, but I don't like it. Oh.
I'm looking forward to it. We actually finished tied with Liverpool. It doesn't really matter who win the penalty shootout. We finished the game tied. We didn't get beaten. So we're undefeated for the season so far. We're going unbeaten this season.
He said one of those Arsenal fans, yay, we played 2 games and we've not been beaten in 2020.
We played a champion from that. So Salah's going to go to the left, I think. Isn't that where he normally goes? Right, left. He goes to the right normally. Let's see what he does. I think he's going to go right.
One of these heart palpitation moments.
He's going to his right, the goalkeeper's left.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Reece Nelson's
exactly where he went, right? Exactly where he went, as I said. He went to the goalkeeper's left. That's where Salah took his penalty. And Martinez dropped the other way. That's how Salah took his penalty. He should have saved that, actually. He went the wrong way. And it was hard, kicked hard, but it wasn't in the corner. That's how Salah takes penalty. Reece Nelson missed.
Yes. Reece Nelson's first.
Well, he took one the last game. He took one the last game, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He got fouled and he took the penalty himself. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. MK Dons, yeah.
That's a beautiful penalty. That's a really good penalty, actually.
Right in the corner. I don't know who's they got off for being.
Yeah, you can't say that. So it's now Fabinho. I'm sure he's going to score.
He gets it. Yeah, he gets it.
Well, if they do win on penalties, all we can say is that they can only beat us on penalties.
You can't say that. You can't say that. That's a good penalty.
All right, Maitland-Niles next.
Maitland-Niles taking penalty? I don't see that, actually.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
I'm sorry. I don't see that. I don't see that.
Can you get it in? Just.
Oh, no, I don't see that. I don't see that.
Oh,
I don't see that. He's gonna go straight down the middle, isn't he? He's gonna go straight down the middle because he can't go left or right.
He goes to the right, but it's so casual that you just be like, what is he doing?
I hate that. I really hate that.
That is a ridiculous penalty. I'm sorry. If he didn't score that, he would have got. Oh,
I'd have slapped him myself. Don't worry.
Jeez.
Just take the penalty properly. None of this like casual walking. What who does that?
But you know, if he went the right way, saved it, right? If he went the right way, saved it.
Brewster misses. Brewster misses. Yes.
He didn't warm up.
Oh.
Listen, no, miss. Do you live in London?
Yes.
Okay.
South.
If we win, if South, okay, so do I. So if we win, I'll buy you Nando's.
Brewster went for power.
Yes.
He went for power, it didn't work. You just gotta get the ball in the goal, Brewster.
That's if we win.
Martinez went the right way, but you know what? He went the right way, but he wouldn't have saved it. That was kicked with venom. That's like a Troy Deeney type penalty, except you have to hit the target.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, sexy. Brilliant. Oh.
Halloumi burger, yeah?
So we're saving Aubameyang for last, huh? Aubameyang goes last. Must be.
And I'll buy your girlfriend one as well.
Come on, Suarez. Good penalty. We've really done a good job with the penalties, actually. They've really been good. All our penalties have been very good penalties. Maitland-Niles, it scored, but it's a little bit casual.
Don't take casual penalties because there's every chance you're going to miss. I hate that. Just run.
Come on, Martinez.
Minamino scores.
Don't take. He scores. Okay. So Martinez doesn't save it.
Do you want me
yet.
not to tell you? All right.
No, you can tell me.
All right. I'll tell you who's coming up. Sideshow Bob.
Straight down the middle.
Sideshow Bob. Luiz.
Yep, he's coming for number 4, Luiz. Like, do
He
not,
keeps straight down the middle. And Luiz is gonna blast it. He's gonna blast it. He's gonna
Luiz,
blast it.
Luiz, just placement.
Don't tell me, Neomis, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Let me just see, because I know what David is gonna do. He's gonna blast
I'm
it.
done. I'm off. Like, you're not gonna see me. Because
I'm gonna hear you. I'm gonna hear you.
The headphones are coming off. No. The headphones will come off. I'll stop speaking.
Okay, good. I've seen it. Good. So that's 4. We don't need one more. Come on, Aubameyang. It's on you. It's on you, Abba. Unless they miss this one.
Oh,
That's a good penalty, because he died the right way. He just couldn't get there.
No, the Liverpool fans are going to blame Addison.
So we're going to have Jones taking the penalty. Why is that such youngsters? Where's Marnie?
He's weak.
Marnie doesn't want to take a penalty. He doesn't want to leave. You can come back, Neomis, because it does matter now.
If I was a manager,
we can't lose unless we miss. So we can't lose unless we miss. Unless Abba misses. It's all on Abba.
Oh, come, Aubameyang, don't let us down.
Oh, good penalty.
Aubameyang usually his penalties are normally to Aubameyang's left and the goalkeeper's right.
Now he goes both ways. When he missed against Loris, then he go right.
He went
against Tottenham.
He went the goalkeeper's right.
Yeah. And the last game he played, he went left, actually.
Are we next?
So yeah, I think we're gonna win though. I think Aubameyang always put these things away.
It's over.
It's over. We beat them.
It's over.
Champion!
Awesome. Thank you, Brewster. Thank you.
No, miss, I'm buying you Nando's.
He didn't have a chance in hell.
Thank you very much.
He didn't have a chance. Awesome.
Live in London.
Huh?
I don't live in London, so I can't buy you Nando's.
No, I used to live in London, but I couldn't take the weather. I can't take rain every day. I live in London, and every day I wake up saying, damn, we're getting some sun. We'll get some sunshine.
And where do you live now?
Huh?
Where do you live now? NYC.
I live in NYC. We get a lot of sun, actually.
True. I've been to New York 3 times.
Yeah, no, we get a lot of sun, but I used to live in Earl's Court, which was a nice neighborhood. But the sun, I really saw the sun. Yeah.
No, New York I've been 3 times. Manhattan is one of the most beautiful. Actually, I tell you which is nice. Harlem.
Yeah, no, it's New York has its plus and minuses. But overall, we get sun, quite a bit of sun actually. Sometimes too much sun. It's been hot as heck. I see people wearing like coats actually and sweaters. It's cold in London.
Yes, it is.
You know it's still August. You know it's still August, right? It's still August, right? Now it doesn't get as cold as here, I must admit. Because in the winter here, it's numbing.
New York right about Christmas time. It reminds me of like a Christmas card. That when it's snowing and Times Square, it's all like white with snow. I mean, New York is a beautiful place anyway, but when it snows, it's just absolutely awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it does get really cold, like in January, late December, January, February. But we do it warms up come late April, early May, all the way through sometime in September, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not as free, not like London, which just has a melancholy weather. I call it suicide weather.
Yeah, literally.
But I love London. Don't get me wrong. I like London. I like the city. But it's the weather is not optimum.
And it's too expensive.
New York is expensive too. London's it depends actually, because I stayed in Enfield for a little bit before I moved to Earl's Court. So it varies, depends on where you live in London.
So how long you been in New York now?
Oh, forever. I've lived in New York since I was a teenager. I lived here, then moved. I went to Hawaii for a while, then came back, then I came to London in 2012 and stayed in 2014. Because I never really lived, I was born in the UK, but never really lived in London. Or I lived in the UK actually. I left there pretty early, moved to Jamaica, then went back to London just to experience it. And I had a good time. but I just couldn't deal with the weather. I must admit, I rain almost every day. Not really winter, so it wasn't really cold, but it's never really warm. It was interesting.
Yeah.
No, but it's good.
So that's
good.
it. So
Yeah, so guys, good seeing you.
yes,
Yes.
and
Look
we'll
forward to
probably
a
have a chat
discussion.
tomorrow or Monday
Yes.
or whenever.
Well, we should be getting together tomorrow, so that'd be good. Talk about the game and projection for the
Yes.
season.
Yes.
No, it should be good. Glad we showed up today. The most important thing was not even winning for me; is competing. As
Yeah.
you know, sometimes Liverpool make us look like we're a schoolboy team, but we played well. We played within ourselves, and some of our better players were not playing today, which suggests if this is an indication for the season that we'll do well, actually. So
Yeah, I mean, they had their full strength team out pretty much. I mean, they had
They
Mane,
did.
Firmino, Salah.
they're only missing
Van
two
Dijk.
players: Trent Alexander-Arnold and missing Henderson.
Yeah,
Henderson, yeah.
Yeah.
they had
Yeah.
Milner. So they pretty much had a full strength team, and
Yeah.
we were expected to lose. So it's just.
So we have won
goes.
2 trophies in about a month, 3 weeks. We have won 2 trophies.
It's great.
No matter how you want to,
We
have won 2
just
trophies. So.
we're just natural winners. We're just winners.
Yes, we win trophies.
At
We're like
Wembley.
Tottenham. We're like Tottenham in that we're from North London, but that's the only similarity between us.
We don't trophy dodge. We don't trophy dodge.
We exactly, we don't trophy. We don't trophy dodge. Yeah, we're not afraid of trophies. It's not something we're scared of.
Tottenham fan.
Oh,
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
And you too.
all right.
Bye now.
All right,
You guys
bye-bye.
say that.